the background.
Yes.
Maybe let me go back to that. What was the thought? What triggered South Africa as a destination for Alex Heredia?
Well, it's a very, very long story. I hope you have about 5 hours to
No,
keep
I'm just going to switch
talking
off.
about
I'm
that.
going to switch off the microphone. Let me go sit in the car and listen to the story.
I play football. I come in from the football background. And in Argentina, I play all my life in the youth and become a professional. And then I have the opportunity to play in Mexico. I play in the club called Cruz Azul in Mexico City for 6 years. And when I come back, I never been a big name in Argentina or anywhere else as a player. I was a good goalkeeper, I believe. But basically, the people don't recognize me. When I come back after 6 years, I think my mother recognized me and say, you was a goalkeeper. You go, yes, I do. And I have the opportunity to play for a little while in Brazil for one club called Bahia. And then after that, I have a short spell in Spain in a club called Rayo Vallecano. Then I come back to Argentina and was the Falklands. Remember the Falklands War, 1982, was absolutely disaster. The English people came with their weapons, and we almost with the arrows to fight them. There was no war at all, but exist. And the country was basically collapsed once again. And they have the call from one ex-player, a teammate in Argentina called Pedro Schulli. He played in Lusitano, played in Orlando Pirates, was one of the first white players in Orlando Pirates. I think was Pedro Schulli and Karaczynski in that time.
Andy Jesus Karaczynski.
Yes, that one. Yes.
I remember, and they've been looking for Jesus for all this time. I haven't found him.
Yes, well, Pedro told me, Alex, look, it's a situation there, it's a club who was interested to call you. You go, where? In South Africa. South Africa? I must confess, I was completely ignorant what's going on in the south of Africa in that particular time. What I know about South Africa, apartheid, and the people hit each other, or something like this. Very, very ignorant, to be honest. And they say, okay, let me see. He said, Alex, come for 1 or 2 seasons to play. The club is Orlando Pirates. And I arrived in early 1993. And, well, I think I fall in love with the country, with the people. And I enjoy so much. I have my family, my kids, everything here. And spent 42 years. Basically what I did, I come in to play for Orlando Pirates. I have an incident after a few years with one of the teammates. I'm sorry, he passed away, I think, Phil Seshedi.
Yes, Phil
we have an argument. And in that time, Mr. Cosa, today Dr. Cosa, told me, Alex, unfortunately, we cannot keep you in the club because was a big incident and was a situation there. And they sold me to Mamelodi Sundowns. And then I went to play in Mamelodi Sundowns just before Zola Mahobe took over.
Yes, the great Zola Mahobe. Before I get there, you know me, I'm inquisitive.
Yes.
And we talk about the past, and we are all able to talk about, I don't think too many people know about the incident. So when you talk about the incident with Phil Jones Setsedi, what was it? Was it a physical fight? Did you get into a heated argument? What was the nature of it? Because it sounds very serious. If
yes,
you had to leave.
in that moment was very serious. Basically what happened, I was playing. We played against Kempton Spurs.
Yes.
In that time.
Yeah. The old Cape Town
Friday nights.
Yeah.
Friday nights. I started playing. Phil was the coach player. And after 20 minutes, we conceded a penalty. And he changed. He changed the goalkeeper. Never happened in my life. You change the goalkeeper. And in that time was Patrick Wasmund.
Yes.
Patrick Wasmund. Yeah, good goalkeeper. But I was playing. I was happy to do that.
Yeah.
And then I saw Patrick was coming in, and I said, "What happened?" He go, "What's going on?" He said, "Fields change you." And you need to see in that time, I was young, Argentinian, arrogant.
Yes.
I think I was the best goalkeeper in the world. I ran in straight to him, and instead to inquire him what happened, I punched him. Now, punch him in the middle of the face was up middle of apartheid.
Sure.
Friday night in Cape Town was a white police with the big dogs.
Yeah.
You know those dogs. The police approached me, and when play statues, they say freeze. I didn't move anymore because the dogs would.
Yeah.
Anyway, the referee come, give me a red card. They put me, send me to the change room, and the president in that moment was 60 Mali,
Yes.
a great guy,
Simple.
fantastic great
60
guy.
Mali.
60 Mali. He said, "Alex, you cannot stay here. We put you in the car and take you straight to the hotel, and you going back to Johannesburg." And this is what happened. Of course, I apologized to everybody, apologized with Phil Sachedi, was the heat of the moment, but the cameras and the photos was stay there forever. And this is what happened. The incident growing up and up was a newspaper, was everywhere. And imagine the situation. A white man hit a black man in the location and no reason for them. I have my own reasons,
Yes.
but supposed to be more, in that moment, more professional and calm and acting that way. But I was energetic and I want a goalkeeper. I want to play and we losing 1-0. We want to win and they change. And this was what happened.
Trust me, the club that you went to, Mamelodi Sundowns, also experienced a teammate slapping another teammate as well. So at times it's not about a situation of race. It's not a situation of, and the players there, I'll mention their names. Everybody knows who they are. These were two duckies slapping each other, but it was because they were angry at each other.
Yeah, sure.
One felt that the other was not fully committed, etc. But going back to the incident, because it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy because the Alex Heredia that I've got to know now, the gentleman that I got to know, I can't imagine you going to Phil Jones at Eddie. And Phil was quite a big man. I mean, that's why he was such a successful defender in his time at Orlando Pirates.
Yes.
And you have the guts to go and punch him directly in the face.
Yeah.
Did you immediately feel that, oh no, something wrong has happened here, there will be consequences? And did you even imagine that those consequences would mean you losing your position and your place at Orlando Pirates and having to go?
Yeah, of course. But to be honest, Robert, in the moment, you didn't think. Was the heat of the moment.
Yes.
And don't think the consequences. Of course, was the wrong thing to do in the time.
Yeah.
In the wrong moment of South Africa. Yeah, and traditionally, the goalkeepers are a little bit cuckoo, a little bit crazy,
We've
if you
seen
want
that.
to call. But one thing is to become a goalkeeper, like an incredible Hulk.
Yes.
One thing is to outside the field when you are a normal person, and when you go into the field, you become a lion. You will become a person who really want to win, and include all the aggressions and all the swearing and everything. In that time was everyday thing.
Oh, man. Your move to Sundowns then, is that the first choice? Were you given an opportunity or did Pirates make that decision?
No. It was a big meeting in Soweto. I've been part of that. Dr. Kosa told me, he said, "Look, Alex, it's very tense situation. We cannot keep you." He said, "But it's a club called Mamelodi Sundowns. In that time, we don't doing great, was fighting in the bottom of the log." And I went there. And I played straight away. And it was a great moment for me too, because Sundowns became a big team. And I played for them for a couple of years, and was I was a little bit old in the time. And of course, on my way out of professional football, and other goalkeepers was doing better than me. And they said, thank you very much. And I left. I give up a professional side, but I still play until 2 years ago. I still play indoor and I play football because it's passion, is what I love to do.
You'll never stop. Trust me, you'll never stop. I think the passion that you have for this game is madness. We're going to continue this fascinating conversation. As you said, you know him. We'll be corrected in terms of how to pronounce his name. You know, there's only one person here in South Africa who will correct you when you mispronounce anybody's name. Find out.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
Hollywood Bets is offering you Flights of Fortune this May. Stand a chance to win your share of 1 million rand worth of bonus bets by betting 10 rand or more on Aviator. Enter the chat daily between 7 and 9 p.m. for a chance to reap those rewards. Bet now.
T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bet supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
Buy your next vehicle at Auto Pedigree and get up to 50,000 Rand cash back. That's right, 50,000 Rand cash back into your pocket when you choose from a wide selection of quality used low-kilometer Toyotas, VWs, Suzukis, Kias, and much more. At Auto Pedigree, you get a great deal and peace of mind to drive away with a reliable vehicle you can be proud of. Visit autopedigree.co.za or an Auto Pedigree dealer near you, because you deserve a great deal.
Welcome to another episode of Hey Duck, Riddle Me This! Okay, Duck. A train leaves the station and travels north at a speed of 75 kilometers per hour. At precisely 20 kilometers, which is 2/3 into the journey, you spill your coffee on your white shirt. How will you clean it? Mac. Correct! Mac Auto Powder. Anything else is just wrong.
In today's digital era, internet and broadband data services are essential for consumers and businesses to thrive. Zaltec Telecoms is at the forefront of providing innovative solutions to transform traditional businesses and homes into fully connected digital environments, offering a range of tailored telecommunication services, including fiber, as well as solar power and green energy solutions. Visit zaltectelecoms.co.za to unlock a world of connectivity.
Me, meow. Cats have attitude, right? And they know what's good for them. So feed their catitude with Pamper, full of the good things they need, packed with a flavor they love. And right now, when you buy any Pamper product, you can win one of 12 Pamper hampers filled with cat goodies and products featuring your cat's face. Just WhatsApp your till slip and a pic of your cat to 082 20 20 267. Cats just love Pamper. T's and C's apply.
We are expecting stage 15 today with only 10 minutes of power.
What? Only 10 minutes of power? You know the drill.
No power. No power.
Wake up. Wake up! You're having a nightmare again.
Blow the whistle on power cuts with the Beast Bundle and save up to 65% on your electricity bill. Subscribe to Solar now from only 1499 per month and only start paying in 2 months. Visit wetility.energy for more.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
John Comitas, you sound energetic, you sound worried about life, or are you cruising?
I'm preparing already for the new season. Still a bit frustrated with the old one. You're either jumping with joy or you're frustrated and getting prepared for the next challenge.
At some point, you were sitting pretty at second place and I thought, okay, Cape Town City are going to have another great season, and then something happened.
You know what? I need to put my hand up here. I released 4 or 5 players. They were all senior players. You can never underestimate the value of a senior player that has the club at heart and keeps everybody else on their toes, especially the young guns that are up and coming. Starting to fix that. We're bringing a few experienced players back again.
#MSW. #MSW. Friday nights, always. This is how we do it. About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Alex Heredia is my guest here tonight. It is Legends Night. It's hashtag MSW Marawa Sports Worldwide. Checking out a lot of your WhatsApp voice notes. Keep them coming through. We'll take some of your calls. 011-883-8947. We'll talk about the excitement of this weekend. Believe it or not, it's going to be all over. For somebody, there's going to be tears of joy. For somebody, it's going to be tears of just sheer sadness, man. What am I talking about? Hey, it's a Friday. I'm excited. And I know that you are too. Because it is, guys, it is do or die. Whether this you've heard gazillion times before or not, it is do or die. It's going to be the final day of the Premier League. And here's what we can look forward to this Showmax Premier League weekend. It's straightforward, man. Here are a couple of talking points to share with you. It's Sheffield United's last night. Shame. Oh, you know when you get relegated, it's done. It's their last night under the Premier League spotlight for a while. But maybe they'll go down swinging. Who knows? And by that, I mean, talking about costing Tottenham Hotspur their Europa League spot. Can they do that? Luton Town, well, they said to clash with Fulham, while Brighton is looking to go 2-2 against Manchester United. Also, Bournemouth hoping to end their season in the top 10, but they have a blue wall in Chelsea to get through. Chelsea, what a season they've had. Let me quickly chat about Crystal Palace. They've also got a chance to get into the high-rank district if they can overcome a formidable Aston Villa. And remember, though, from the farmer's market to your family braai, wherever you are this weekend, just like me, catch all the action live from your phone by simply subscribing to Showmax Premier League for only 69 Rand a month. Maybe you can share with us exactly where you're going to be watching the games, all 10 of them. Where are you going to be? All I know is where I'm at right now. It's with a very, very special human being.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Itumela Nkune, ladies and gentlemen, is in the house.
From you, what was so special about Reina Dekalaka's coaching that made goalkeeping department at Kaizer Chiefs so strong and special and unmatched?
That question about Reina.
That one session changed everything about goalkeeping. And I remember saying to myself, one day I want you to train me every day. And the way he was so dedicated to his job.
Yeah.
When I won my 4th goalkeeper of the season trophy, I cried and I handed it over to him to say, Coach, since you are retiring at the end of the season, go to Germany, put this trophy where it will remind you of me.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
Well, I spoke about a certain individual who's very talented linguistically. He can speak almost any language that you can ever dream of. But also, he doesn't just speak the languages, he speaks them very, very well. Here's his tribute to my guest.
Hi, Rob. Good evening to you and your listeners. And Alejandro Heredia. I pronounce the name properly, Alejandro. ¿Cómo está? ¿Está bien? Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Hey, Robert, we were working at under 23 with him and Coach Ramel Tswaka. And I just want to say to him, we enjoyed the working relationship. He has worked and developed a lot of good goalkeepers. Abu Itu Kune, the late Senzo Mewa, Wayne Sandilands, Lee Langenfeld. There's just a lot, man, that I can mention. And we thank him for the gift to South Africans, the gift of goalkeeping as well. And I wish to say to him, I know he's very ambitious, always wishing to learn and teach, but he must just treasure the moments that he affected a lot of lives. He affected a lot of lives. He impacted a lot of lives. He involved a lot of lives. And he improved a lot of lives. He may not have been the one whose success is very visible. His success in many ways is more invisible. No wonder he remains invincible. Kodwa Robert, let me leave the jargons and the fun of language. I remember at some point, ask him about this one, Uguchi. Why did he give me this answer? At some point, we're in a meeting, in a staff meeting, and I have this funny way of wishing to know exactly what is it people don't like about me. And then I asked a question around the table. I said to him, Alejandro, just tell me, what is it you don't like about Steve Compella? Just something you feel, I don't like about this guy. And I always ask that every environment where I work, because it is important as well to know what is it people don't like about you. Listen, Alejandro did not waste any time. Then he says to me, you know, Steve, I don't like the way you walk. And I'm going like, what? But what do you mean, Alex? You don't like the way I walk? But that's how I am. That's how I walk. He says, you know, Steve, when you walk with arrogance. And that day, I had to learn one thing about life. When he said, he just doesn't like how I walk because I walk as if I'm carrying this arrogance. And unfortunately, the walk I carry is the walk that I inherited. But then I learned one thing, Uguti, sometimes you can be, and I don't say he hated me per se, you can be hated for something you know nothing about. And sometimes people love you for things that you think are good. Kanti, they love you because you are actually destroying yourself. And sometimes people just hate you for something that you are not accountable for.
Wow. Interesting.
You listen to every word.
Yes.
That he describes about you and your interaction. Why did you hate Steve Compella's walk?
he have a really funny walk. It's look like his feet walking behind him, and then
he's got spare legs.
But he's a great guy, absolutely a great coach. He's one of the talented we have. And by the way, we have a great conversations about football. Never stop. After camping, we stay on and on and on until late in the evening discussing football and all these kind of things. A great guy.
Did you guys speak Spanish to each other?
He tried.
No good. You're not too good, that one. He tried other languages, but Spanish, no.
Spanish, no. He is very fluent in Turkish, but definitely in Spanish can go further than 5 words.
Yeah, but tell him in Spanish, though, that thank you very much, Steve Compella, for the tribute.
Steve, muchísimas gracias por tu comentario. Realmente lo aprecio y creo que es muy válido. Thank you. Mucha suerte.
Mucha suerte, man. Mucha suerte. I agree with you, Coach. Absolutely.
Today, Robert, it's my pleasure to recognize and greeting one of my friends, Alejandro Heredia. Life sometimes is very short. We play a games in Peru Professional League years ago. We meet first time there. And after obvious, we meet here in South Africa when he was coaching and the goalkeeper in Wish Juniors. But I know Heredia and his family from long time. I was the person who recommend Alejandro to Orlando Pirates development. And after this, I bring him also to under 20 national team, South Africa. And he went over to Bafana. He went after left Orlando Pirates, he went on the club. And now he's share his knowledge with Safa. But about him, I believe he was very few goalkeeper coach in the country. He was one of them. And obviously he studied, continued his courses and the passion for football. I wish all the best. The country needs a lot experience to coaching goalkeeper from early age. This was not happening in the country. And sometimes a lot of coaches in the township, when talking about goalkeepers, still is a long way. But we need to grow in and hope that God continue blessing you and your family. I continue wish you all the best. Un saludo en español. Cuídate mucho. Muchas bendiciones y saluda a tu familia. In the moment we had too many South America players who put height our football in South America, and you the only one in South America who continue coaching and teaching the goalkeeper. Mr. Blessing, all the best, good luck, and good hosting today, Robert, about goalkeepers who is isolated in the country. I hope one day he can get important to know what is the goalkeeper coach. All the best, Robert, and greeting to all the listeners. Bye-bye.
Augusto Palacios, thank you so much indeed. Another professori in terms of our football in South Africa. I mean, he's narrated such a beautiful story, your friendship, your knowledge of each other, but also just historically, where you both come from, being in South Africa. What has he meant to you?
Well, I must say I know Augusto since he came to the country as a player. We have a very short time to play together, but he became a coach and invite me to be part of the development, and immediately moved to the first team in Orlando Pirates as a goalkeeper coach, and definitely a talent. When I hear Palacios Augusto speak English, I feel like I am Shakespeare.
So you're saying his English has not improved?
No, not at all. He managed very well, like all of us. We didn't went to school to learn English. We learn English from the street.
So you're saying that you didn't go to an English school? No,
definitely not.
So if you had gone to an English school, then you would have attended your classes and Palacios would have skipped them.
No, Palacios, he had the opportunity. I'm sure he will do it again.
Oh, man, we love Palacios. He's a great friend of the show. And anything and everything he says, we follow out of absolute respect, man.
I have known Alex Heredia when I was the under-17 national coach. This is the one man who has coached in all the national teams, in the girls and the men, under 17, under 20, the Olympic team, as well as the senior national team as a goalkeeper coach. He's done tremendous work with many goalkeepers in the country. I do hope one day there will be a department created for goalkeeping because this is an area of concern in the country. We need to use his services as much as possible because South Africa, if you look at when Kune left, we're left with Ronwen. And we are saying if Ronwen leaves, what will happen? It's an area of concern where we should be developing a lot of goalkeepers. I am sure Alex can make his contribution in this area. All the best, my brother Alex.
Sure. You know who that is, right? Guess.
Wow, we're working in under 20, under 17, must be Serami.
Yes. I was going to be shocked if you didn't get that right. Thank you so much, Serame Letswaka. Somebody that I also equally respect. Also, just like you, maybe at times we fall short of utilizing his services, but he highlights something that I think South Africans don't really know about you is your involvement not only in the men's game but the women's game, but at national levels as well. Since your retirement from football, your involvement in Bafana Bafana. Is there any other football player in South Africa that has got more caps than you for Bafana Bafana?
I don't think so. Robert, I've been... Well, let me say something about Serami.
Serami, please. Yes.
Is one of the top, more relevant instructors in the continent. Being a general coordinator in Africa for FIFA is not a simple thing to do, and he managed extremely well. And as a coach, I think he have tremendous talent, but he turned into the instructors and education, and to me, definitely, without a doubt, is one of the top in the world.
And when you say that, it's not just saying it because you have the ability to say it. You say it because I know you mean it in every single step of the way.
Absolutely.
You know, Gordon Igesund is somebody that I'll refer to after the break. And I know you've been very close to Gordon for over 20 years.
30?
Maybe more, 30 years. I think the tribute that he sent when he knew that you were coming on the show is a tribute that if I had to start reading, I would most likely finish reading it by the time the Premier League games kick off on Sunday. And I'm not exaggerating.
No.
So Gordon mustn't nibble on my ankles. Because I'm not going to read the entire thing. I'll take bits and pieces of what he sent us. And we remain extremely grateful to him that he wanted to pay that level of tribute to you. Wow. There's also some of our listeners, people that are watching on the YouTube channel as well. We'll touch on those. As you know, like football, time on the show is very limited.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
What's a Thursday without Lotto Star's real jackpot race? We are bringing you the hottest slots in a thrilling race where a share of 500,000 Rand could be yours. The jackpot is guaranteed to hit. Join the race every Thursday evening from 7 to 9 p.m. You could be one of 500 lucky winners. Lotto Star, your world of live games. Lotto Star is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18. NRGP 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
This is Officer Daniels, Chief Hostage Negotiator. I know you're desperate, but we can find a solution that won't get anyone hurt. Just take a breath and tell me what your demands are.
Okay, I need a helicopter to the airport, I need a plane ready to go, and 2 big old bags full of hot sauce.
If you love Tabasco, come to KFC. We've got the sauce. Introducing KFC Spicy Range flavored with Tabasco. KFC, it's finger-licking good. Delivery fees not included. Visit kfc.co.za. T's and C's apply.
Hi there, I am Amahle, a stem cell donor. What started out as curiosity turned into an opportunity for me to save a life. Naturally, I was taken aback when I was found to be a match for a patient in need. In South Africa, over 4,000 people die of blood cancer each year. I donated stem cells and I was able to give someone else a second chance at life. Register to become a stem cell donor at kmsafrica.org so you too can be a lifesaver.
And we will buy 500 cars and we will buy 500 more just to be the one who buys your car. We'll come to you and offer more. We buy cars, we buy cars. Da-da-dun-da-da-dun-da-da-dun-da-da-da-da. We buy cars, we buy cars. Da-da-dun-da-da-dun-da-da-dun-da-da-da-da.
We Buy Cars, the easiest way to sell your car by far.
It's time to carve yourself, because prepping wena means protecting yena.
To stay forever wena, get tested whenever.
Forever ask for consent. Condomize.
My sex if you're not feeling it. Be forever prepped and forever status checked.
Because it's not one or the other.
It's forever wena. Know your sexual health options and choose you. Visit foreverwena.co.za.
Sometimes it comes at a cost. I wish I saw more of the big moments in their lives.
Starting an all-female tattoo studio wasn't easy. There are so many gatekeepers in this industry.
Did you ever want to call it quits?
I can't imagine myself doing anything else.
This is where bravery lives.
Brave businesses have a home with Yoko. Let's grow.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Lee Mahlangu, ladies and gentlemen, is in studio. September was the month.
Yes, September was the
Yes, your dad passes away.
19. My daughter, she's born on the 19th
of September.
September, yeah.
The day and the date your dad passed on.
Yeah.
And then you get to Christmas Day in December. Same year.
Same year.
I was even calculating. I was like, that's 96 days later.
Yes.
Then your mom passes away.
Yeah.
What does it do to you?
It kills you. It kills you. But they say when it kills you, God takes something that you love so much and He gives you what you didn't expect. I call myself the blessed one for a reason, because I didn't give up.
#MSW. #MSW. Friday nights, always. This is how we do it. About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. Ukhuluma noSibongelweni wamkwani kamgama Matafeni, and good evening to the coach, Mr. Alex Heredia. Mr. Marawa, I just want to compliment the job that Argentinian man has done for our South African football, and I think he has worked very well with different goalkeepers. What I want to know from Mr. Alex is that since he has been working in South Africa for most of his career, which goalkeeper was the talented one in the ones that he worked with, or maybe the ones that he has never get a chance to work with in South Africa? Thank you, Mr. Marawa. Good show.
Sibongeleni, thank you so much indeed. And with the last 15 minutes of the show, let's get straight into it. Sibongeleni is asking, for you, Alex Heredia, who has been the most talented player, goalkeeper, let's be specific, that you've worked with here in South Africa?
Well, I have the opportunity to work with great goalkeepers. I must say and insist Itumeleng Kune is above of all of them, because the World Cup, the performance over the years and years and years. But if you ask me which person I enjoyed to work a lot, was two of them. One was William Okpara many years ago, and my favorite is Munir Joseph.
Munir Joseph. Yeah. Why though? He's a crazy human being. He's mad.
Many others. Because
you said goalkeepers are mad.
Yes.
You said they've got something missing somewhere. And when you talk about, but in a good way though, you talk about Munir Joseph, and he illustrates that. He brought together with Benny McCarthy at Amazulu some of the best football when they finished second in the league, when they played, CAF Champions League. It was Munib, it was himself, it was Siyabonga Nomvete who were on that bench.
Yes.
And speaking to Munib, and he's got stories for days, but one thing about him, as a motivator, there's no way you'll be in a room or a change room with Munib Joseph and not walk away feeling like you are the greatest thing that ever lived.
Absolutely. Munib have a tremendous ability to motivate. His personality, his images, his vibe is there. Wherever he is something special. And in terms of goalkeeping, maybe was not the top of the best, because was other compared with him. Kune superior because trajectory and performance over the years. But it's not only about goalkeeping. What you do in the field is about the personalities. And in this particular case, Munib is the one who share the energy and the talent, the natural talent, sometimes cannot explain very well to the goalkeepers.
Tell me the best goalkeeper in the world. In any era. Just if you had to close your eyes for 2 seconds and say, in your lifetime, in watching goalkeepers throughout the entire world, who's your number one?
Probably Amadeo Raúl Carrizo, Argentinian. He played 22 years in the same club, River Plate, played in the national team. Great goalkeeper. And this is a number one. And I cannot leave out my favorite right now, today, what is Dibu Martinez.
Oh, wow. Martinez, really?
Look, maybe it's not the top of the top. But the personality, the character, exactly come back to the same thing. Not necessarily need to have a perfect goalkeeper. What you need to have, a great goalkeeper, a great in terms of personality, emotions, pushing everything together. And Martinez is like this.
Interesting.
Hey Rob, and also let me greet Mr. Heredia. It would be a big mistake for me to ask that gentleman, that doyen, a question, because I think he answered all the questions in South Africa ever since he came down to the southern tip of South Africa. All I just want to say to you, Mr. Alex, is that I want to thank you for your contribution that you contributed to South African football. I think it's only when you guys came down from South America to South Africa that we actually got, to know that there is a goalkeeper coach. I know you would have been here before then as a goalkeeper coach. But yeah, so for me, I just want to say thank you very much for your contribution. I'm just tempted though, just for your opinion. Is there a goalkeeper that you think came out to be what Alex Heredia would have been, as a goalkeeper? Any goalkeeper from now, or maybe, the goalkeepers that would have played way back then, the 80s or the 90s, that you think this is the goalkeeper that resembles Alex Heredia at his prime? Otherwise, thank you very much for your contribution to South African football.
Well, the list of the goalkeepers is endless because I never rate myself as a great, perfect goalkeeper. This is the truth, the way I feel. I think South Africa have, over the years, great goalkeepers. You cannot leave behind Brian Baloy. You cannot leave behind Wendell Robinson in the moment. You cannot leave behind Calvin Marlin or Andre Aronson. We have tremendous names, better than me, definitely. I don't think they copy me. I think they copy what I say.
Mkhumbi Khumalo, thank you so much indeed.
Good evening, Robert, and good evening to your Ola Alex. I'd like to say you've been my friend for many years, and we've been together from the days of Sundowns to Platinum Stars and to Supersport. But in saying that, you've always been a good friend, a good mentor of mine that I always look up to, and your knowledge in football, especially goalkeeping, is par excellence. I wish you everything of the best, my friend, for the future, and good luck. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. One of definitely my favorites. Working with him was a real pleasure, and follow him today in the very tough circumstances where he coaching is a great. First, is a person, and second, as a great coach. Definitely, Kevin is one of the great people we have currently play. Sure. Play, not play.
No.
Coaching.
I hear you 100%. Kevin Johnson, if you couldn't pick
Absolutely.
up the voice there, Coach, thank you very much indeed. A great tribute. And like Coach says, that you find yourself in a very sticky situation, because I know, and things we can't even touch on this topic because it will need 2 hours for us to talk about it. But I remember back in 2021, you talked about the very same Kaizer Chiefs, and you described it, Kaizer Chiefs, as being very unstable. They were not doing well. It's not about, goal scoring. He says it's about the midfielders. They're pretty weak. Defensively, they make a lot of mistakes, and the goalkeepers too. So that's when people started to shift the blame on whoever the goalkeeper was for Kaizer Chiefs. And you said, they've got bigger problems. Don't just look at the goalkeeper. Yeah. Those were your words.
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the time, the easy point is to blame the coach or the goalkeeper, but definitely not. I mean, the goalkeeper is a consequence of the performance of the whole team. He's not a great goalkeeper. We haven't got a great defenders, and he's not defenders. He have a good midfielder, and he's not a good midfielder if strikers can score the goal. Well, most of the time, it's easy to blame goalkeepers. It's easy to blame coaches, but definitely it's the whole thing what they need to have in consideration.
Why are we not exporting goalkeepers? Why are we not exporting goalkeepers at the same level that we did with Rowan Fernandez, Calvin Marlin? I look at Andre Aronson. I mean, Andre went and played at Fulham.
Look, I think, Robert, we have a crisis, definitely a crisis in terms of goalkeeping. Not long ago, I make a proposal, official proposal. In the 16 teams, we have 9 foreigner goalkeepers. What I say, because we only criticize, but I never give a solution. I put the solution, I put my head on the block and say, why we don't imitate like Egypt? Over the 10 years, they cancel the foreigners goalkeeper in the Premier League. This is what I propose. Cancel the goalkeeper for the next 5 years. Now each club will be forced to have and produce goalkeepers, local goalkeepers. Well, you can't believe it, the Twitter and the thing, they call me xenophobic and all these type of things. Definitely I'm not.
Yes.
In any way, I am a foreigner, not xenophobic. I say only in the 16 teams, stop hire foreigner goalkeeper. You will see in 5 years' time we can produce a lot of good goalkeepers because he's talented. There's a lot of talent here around. But tell me what happened today. We have top of the range, Robin Williams, 30. Motwa, over 30. Gross, over 30 or 30, very close by. Now, which one is playing? Darren Kidd? Stephens? Now, which youngster, like we have before, is playing currently? Now, this is one opinion. It's
a great opinion because you know how, again, South African football will happen. Let's say they implement that rule and they say all 16 teams have got to play a local goalkeeper. Then let's say Sundown says, okay, perfect, we're going to play Dennis Onyango. And they say, but Dennis is from Uganda. They say, yeah, but he's now a naturalized South African, so he is eligible to play. And, so those are just some of the things to think about. Hey, we are celebrating you, Coach.
Good evening. My name is Masatsim Pasele. Rob, I just want to say something to Coach Alex. Thank you very much for everything that you've done for me. You are a good human being, a good coach, a good football person, and I wish you all the best in your life. And Rob, before I go, I just want to say to you that that man has breakfast meal at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you very much.
But that's thank you so much, man. Tell me about that meal.
I'm a very, very light sleeper. I normally gone to sleep 2 or 3 o'clock in the night. And then this is the time when I really operate and working and be concentrated. And then please don't call me 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning because I'm busy sleeping.
I thought I was the only crazy one that functions at that time of the night. But maybe that one meal of the day, does it go back to what you've done? Because I know you've done a postgrad in corrective gymnastics. You've done that for the mentally retarded children as well as adults. You've also done causes and cure for obesity. Hey, guys, you know what? As I say, your life story is crazy. Let me go to technical director of women's football at SAFA, somebody that I know a week ago was grabbing headlines, winning like she deserves to win awards at the COSAFA Cup Awards. Fran Hilton-Smith, welcome to the show.
Evening, Robert. Evening, Alex.
Good to have you on board, man.
No, it's wonderful to be here. And if I could talk all night about your guest, Alex, he was very instrumental in developing goalkeepers for Banyana from the beginning. At my performance center, he was there developing goalkeepers. So women's football in that department would not be where it is today if it wasn't for Alex. So thanks, Alex, for your continual support of women's football and developing coaches, men and women. He's made a big difference.
So, Fran, I'll ask you to listen on the radio. How do you respond to that?
It's no response. She is women football in the world. I can tell you, Fran is a pioneer of football in South Africa. He's a real legend. And everything, all the accolades she have is because she deserves it. Really is absolutely fantastic. And to work with her very close is a real pleasure.
I'm checking out the comments here on the YouTube channel, and people are going crazy. Andrew Mushoki says, Alex is not heralded enough in this country. He has served the game with dedication and aplomb. Question, which player in the history of Argentinian football he believes was underrated? Was it one Riquelme? Who was underrated within Argentina? Just a name.
Tevez.
Tevez, okay. All right. But there was a certain uncle of yours that you loved very much who was your hero, Juan Pablo Corrizo. But yeah, again, we won't have time to talk about him. All I want to say is that we're coming to the end of the Premier League on Sunday. Who's taking it?
The league? Wow. I like Manchester City.
You like them?
I like them.
And I would have loved a football analysis of why, but I know we're not going to get the time for that. You need to come back, Alex. This is not justice that I'm doing to you. You need to come back, so I'm not going to say goodbye to you. I'll say until next time, our deepest thoughts and condolences to the Fire family on losing a hero in Joel Fire today. May his soul rest in peace. And this was Friday Legends on 947 Rise FM, Vuma FM with myself, Robert Marawa, brought to you by ABSA and Visa, worldwide partner of the Olympics and Paralympic Games.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. #MSW.